Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve a numerical problem on magnetic field intensity. Okay, so welcome to the electromagnetic fields class. There is a problem here. So find the incremental field strength at the point 2. P2 is a point due to the current element of. So I will be filling this. I will be giving this current element. So for which we are going to find out the magnetic field intensity. So here the intensity need to be find out at the point 2 due to the point 1. Okay, so this here the gap which I am going to fill with this current element. So it is located at this point 1. So the coordinates of the P1 and P2 are given, which is 4 comma 0 comma 0 and 0 comma 3 comma so 0. Okay, so I'll be taking the current element here, so which is 2 uh, pi az. Okay, az, this is az, and the units are micro ampere meters. So this is the problem which we are going to solve today. So here in the question it is given like the current element 2 pi az is located at the point 1, where the point 1 is given as a 4 comma 0 comma 0. Okay, so I'll be taking three lines here, uh, y axis, z axis. Okay, so one is a x axis, y axis and the z axis. Okay, so here if you see the 4 comma 0 comma 0, x is at 4, right? So y, so let me take the axis first of all. So this is the z axis, this is the y axis, and this is the x axis. And if you observe the point p1, p1 is located at 4 comma 0 comma 0. It means that the x value is 4, so maybe it is located somewhere here. Okay, at this point, and y is 0 and z is 0. It means that it is only just lying on the x axis on this plane. Okay, so it means that the current element will be somewhere like this. So this is the current element. So here only we are taking a small part of the current element. So this is the current element. It means that so there will be a conductor here which is placed like this, where the current will be flowing. Okay, so like this. So why I am saying that current is flowing upwards is because here if you see in the question, the current element, the unit vector is given as az. Okay, so it is a positive az. It means that so its direction is no, towards the z direction. Okay, so this is idl, because current element is always written as I into dl. So given data is, first of all let me write the given data. So given data is the current element of 2 pi az. Okay, so current element is nothing but I dl. This is the current element, and this is given as 2 pi az. Because as it is az, so the direction is fixed like this. We'll see few more examples and how the variations can be there. Okay, so if you see here, this is the point. So this is the point P1. Okay, so this is the point P1. In a similar way, there is a point P2. Okay, where we need to find out the magnetic field strength. Okay, now the point P2 is located at 0 comma 3 comma 0. It means that so x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3, and z is equal to 0. So it is very simple that the point is located somewhere at this place. Okay, so this is the point P2. Now what is the distance between these two? So the distance between these two, here if you see the distance, I am joining the line here. So the distance may be somewhat no, we can able to represent like r12, because the point P1 is here and the point P2 is here. When you are joining the line, the distance can be taken as r12. Okay, now of course this is a vector, because the r12 is a distance vector which you have seen earlier. So all this no, these are the distance vector, which is the line joining from the point P1 to the P2. Now here the direction can also be given, because the intensity, because of this current element ID1, okay, on P2 we are finding. So always the intensity line will be from the P1 to P2. So this is the basic diagram. Let me explain how what we are doing here. What is the question asked? Okay, so here in this question, it means that there is a current element is given. So which is the differential current element? If you see here, so current element is always represented as IDL. Okay, I is the current, DL is the small length of that conductor we have taken. Okay, and these two combination are called as the current element. Okay, IDL. So it is directly given as 2 pi into Az. So first of all, we have spotted this here. Okay, because he has given that this current element is at P1. and we are finding the magnetic field strength at a point 2, and the points are given. The point 2 is located 0 comma 3 comma 0. The point is spotted here. Okay, and of course I have joined a line between these two because we need to find out the field strength at this point P2. So because of this IDL, okay, now distance is R1. So let me write down the formula, because earlier classes we have seen how we can able to find out the electric field intensity, okay, due to the differential element. Because here I have not taken L, but I have taken small length, differential length. So for that, so we will be getting the field strength not as H but as DH. Okay, so first of all we will find this, later we will find out the uh, increment of this. But here in the question, if you observe, he has not asked you the final, the total field strength. He has just asked the incremental field strength. It means that finding DH could be sufficient in this lecture. Okay, so if the complete magnetic field strength has to be found, later you need to integrate this term, you can able to find out the magnetic field intensity. Okay, now what is the formula for this? We have already seen that DH can be given as IDL. Okay, so cross, we already derived this, right? So there will be a unit vector. Okay, so unit vector A12, which is a line joining between A, P1 and P2 points. Okay, and divided by 4 pi r square. So here if you see, this r is a magnitude. Okay, so which is also the distance between the point 1 and 2. So this is the formula. We will be using this formula to find out the magnetic field intensity at the given specific points. Okay, so before this, already ideal is we already know here, because in the question it is given. You need to find out this unit vector, and also you need to find out the distance between this. Okay, however, distance between 1 and 2 can be easily found, because magnitude of r. So let me write the equation first. Okay, here if you observe A12, which is the unit vector, so how we can able to write here the vector from 1 to 2 by the magnitude of that distance vector. So this is the formula, right? So unit vector in this direction can be found by the vector in that direction divided by the magnitude of that vector. Okay, now how we can able to write this R12? Generally, writing a vector equation is very simple. You can go with the previous lectures how we have written this. So in any in general form I am writing first of all. Okay, so let me take a different color, so it will be easy to identify. So in general, how we can able to write is x2 minus x1 into ax. Okay, second point minus first point. Okay, plus y2 minus y1 into ay plus z2 minus z1 into. So this is the common formula which we already know how to find out the equation. Okay, so divided by, so if you want to find out this magnitude, so what you can able to, so root of. Okay, so this r12 we can able to write using this equation. Okay, so this r12 so can be written by using this. So this is written by using this, and this can be written by this. Now here x2, this r12, the magnitude can be found by from this vector equation. Okay, this is the vector equation we found. So r12, which is from the point 1 to point 1. See here. So from point 1 to point 2. Why I have taken this as 1? Why I have taken this 2 when I am taking the equation? Because this, if you see this line, okay, so the intensity, the force is from the P1 to the P2. So this will become the first point, and this will become the second point. Okay, so these points again I will be writing here. So 4 comma 0 comma 0, which is the P1, and 0 comma 3 comma 0, so which is the second point. So here see, this is the x1 y1 z1, this is x2 y2 z2. So this is the way how we can able to write the equation. So this is the basic fundamentals which you have already gone through this writing the equations earlier a lot of times. Now how to find out this magnitude? Whatever we got here, coefficient of ax, x2 minus x1, so x2 minus x1 whole square plus this y2 minus y1. Okay, so y2 minus y1, okay, y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So we can able to find out the magnitude also. Okay, so this is way how we can able to find out the unit vector. Unit vector can be given as the vector divided by its magnitude. Okay, so how to write a vector? So x2 minus x1 into ax, y2 minus y1 into ay, and z2 minus z1 into az. Okay, and of course the question is given in the rectangular coordinate system. So I have used the rectangular coordinate system for solving this vectors. And how the magnitude can be given? So this parameter square plus this parameter square plus this parameter square root. So then we will be getting this equation. Now let me solve this so that we can able to find out what is a12. And when we are doing this r12, so here in the denominator, you will be getting here this magnitude r12. Okay, so later it will be directly you will be getting this and you will be getting this. Okay, so the problem will be solved. So now the a12, how to find out a12? So a12 can be found. Okay, so by first of all, the numerator equation x2 minus x1. If you check here in the slides, what is x2? 0. So what is x1? 4. So 0 minus 4. Okay. So for one thing I will be showing here. So this is a 0. This is a 4. Okay. So 0 minus 4. 0 minus 4 into ax. Okay. So plus y2 minus y1. y2 minus y1. What is y2 minus y1? Again, if you see here, so y2 is, I think, I hope it is given as 3, right? So 3 minus 0, y2 is 3 and y1 is 0. Okay, so ay plus and 0, because here if you see z2 is 0 and z1 is 0. If you see the points p1 and p2, you can able to get this. Finally, you can able to write. Okay, so see here 400. So z2 is 0, z1 is 0. So 0 minus 0. So we'll be getting. Okay. So divided by now. So how to find out that magnitude? It is 0 minus 4 whole square. So minus 4 whole square plus 3 minus 0 whole square. So 3 square plus 0 minus whole square. It will become so 0 square. Okay. So now this equation will become minus 4ax plus 3ay, and of course this is a 0. Okay, this term can be removed. So now root of, so what will be 3 square plus 4 square? 16 plus 9, right? So we will be getting 25. So finally this will become minus 4ax. Okay, minus 4ax plus 3ay divided by 5. What is 5 now? 5 is nothing but the magnitude. Here you have solved already. So this magnitude of r is 5. Okay. So simply here you can able to substitute that 5 in this equation, right? So now I am rewriting that equation so that we can able to substitute all the values. So now dh bar can be given as I dl. I am writing the equation once again into a12 bar, a12 bar. So divided by r square. Okay. So 4 pi r square. Okay, now the equation will becomes I into dl. What is I into dl? So already we know this I into dl is 2 pi az. Okay, so 2 pi az. This is what in the equation is given, right? So into, so a12. Now this is the question. So before that I will be writing this first of all 4 pi, and what is r value we got? So r value we got as a 5. So simply, so that 5 I am substituting here. So you will be getting into 5 square. Okay, so you will be getting 5 square. Now what is a12? So a12 equation also we got. So a12 we got as minus 4 by 5 ax plus 3 by 5 ay. Okay, so minus 4 by 5 ax minus 4 by 5 ax, right, plus 3 by 5 ay, right? So see here 3 by 5 ay. So this is the equation which we got. Now, if you see here, this is not a multiplication, this is a cross product. You need to understand that this is a cross product. Okay. So when you are doing this cross product, you already know there are two different types of cross product. Either you can directly multiply az into ax, az into ay, etc., etc., or else you can able to solve that in the matrix form. Okay. So here I am again. I'm not solving everything, but I am writing this cross product directly. Okay. So finally, this dh bar. So in order to find out the cross product, you can go with the earlier lectures. Okay. So you will be getting 4 into minus 4 into 10 power minus 3, 3 ax bar plus 4 AY bar. Okay, so this is the way how you can able to do this. And of course, one small point I will tell you, when you're directly multiplying, see here, because a few people maybe still they have not gone through this their previous lectures. Whenever you are cross multiplying, just think, so what will be happen when you are multiplying with a z dot x, okay, x y z x, okay, so then it will become ay. So that's why we got ay here, and we are multiplying with ay with az with ay, because x y z, okay, when you are multiplying with z y, then it will become minus ax. Okay, so that's what we got here. So by directly multiplying, you can able to get this equation. Okay, so finally, after solving this cross product, okay, so you will be getting, so minus 12 ax minus 16 ay bar. Okay, so this is the magnetic field intensity at the given point. Okay, so magnetic field intensity at the given point. So what you need to know here, the fundamentals how to write down the equation is the one which you need to know, and also you all need to know, so how to find out the cross product of the two vectors. That is the one thing. Okay, so cross product is the one thing you need to know. So and also you need to find out, so how you can able to do this unit vectors. Okay, so this is about the today's lecture on finding the magnetic field intensity at a specific point, right? In the next lectures we can come out with the different coordinate systems, with the cylindrical and the spherical coordinate system. Thank you everyone.